Good Tuesday morning, and we're starting about 15 minutes early. I apologize for this, but on Tuesdays when I'm running errands with Constance, there's always uncertainties and stuff. One of the big uncertainties today is my car was making weird noises when I tried to start it at the last parking lot. Now, I'm driving a 1984 Volkswagen Vanagon, and when you're driving a car that old, and when you're a person who is this old, and it's going to be 106 degrees today, that causes a bit of stress. Now, I know you're thinking, well, shouldn't great magicians not worry about stuff like that? Well, perhaps great magicians don't worry about stuff like that, but I do. And so I'm a little stressed this morning. But anyway, here we are again together. Thank you for showing up. And for those of you who show up right on time, I apologize for being late again. Anyway, yesterday we sort of finished up the introductory material to Magic and Theory and Practice, which is some of Crowley's most straightforward and concise exegesis on the basic definitions of modern magic. And this morning, on the tail of that, I'd like to read something from my own book, Homemade Magic, which is currently being republished by the good folks at Magical Omaha. But anyway, it's been hard to find in the first edition, Llewellyn edition, for several years. But I want to add a little something that I wrote in chapter 0 called the Rant of a Homemade Magician, and I'm just going to share with you just the last few paragraphs of it for today's talk. So let's see here. Oh, I give them sort of my biography and the fact that I early in my magical career I was fortunate enough to link up with some of the aging superstars of modern magic, Francis Israel Regarde, Phyllis Seckler, and Grady McMurtry, and Helen Parsons Smith. And I talk about these wonderful characters quite a bit. But that sort of brought us to this point here. So there you have it. In the last, 40-some year, well, I'd have to say since 1975, my homemade magical career has included a lot of work with various spiritual disciplines and systems, instructors, and magical orders. I'll be the first to admit that I've been very lucky. And my experiences are most likely very different from your own. But you would be gravely mistaken if you believe that because my life and background are in some ways different from yours, it means you are somehow at a disadvantage in your work as a magician. Like it or not, the cards you've been dealt in life make up exactly the hand you need to play. To be a magician, you do not need to be a personal student of an adept. You do not need to belong to any magical order or society. You are and always will be your own universe. You are a homemade magic school with one teacher and one student. You are an entire mystic order of one. And even if someday you happen to come under the tutelage of some great master, even if you join and become an adept of a powerful occult order, you will still be facing exactly the same obstacles and challenges you are facing right now. You'll still be required to do all the magic yourself. You will remain forever a solitary practitioner. This is not to say that all of us are not influenced and affected by others, or that our actions, thoughts, and behavior don't affect our environment. If other people are healed or gain a level of enlightenment as a byproduct of your self-realization and self-transformation, that's great. But ultimately, you are a solo act. And your temple, your workshop, your laboratory, and your universe are your own body, your own brain, and your own soul. Doing magic is not what magic is about. The goal in magic is to become a magician. The only thing the magician can actually change with magic is the magician. This book is intended to be helpful and instructive, but you'll neither be helped nor instructed if you think you can accomplish the great work by blindly replicating magical operations exactly as described by me or anyone else. That's not how it works. Magic is a process, a step-by-step journey of self-directed, self-willed personal evolution. That process must take place within the context of whatever opportunities, liabilities, assets, obstacles, restrictions, and fortunes, either good or ill, your life circumstances have given you and those that you make yourself. You might be single or married, or your relationship status might be complicated. You might have children, you might have a corporate or a professional job, or you might be an artist or a musician. You might be employed, unemployed, or retired. You might be independently wealthy or a penniless ascetic. You might be socially and politically conservative or liberal. Your circumstances might even be such that you have to keep your magical interests a secret from everyone around you. Or you might be able to burst madly out of the wizard's closet in public. Whatever your situation, once you realize you're a magician, it will be impossible for you to remove the magic from any aspect of your existence. What you do for a living will no longer be just a job, it will be a magic job. Your relationships will be with magical beings. Your hobbies will be magic. Your love life will be magic. Your likes, dislikes, fears, dreams, ambitions, and even shortcomings and vices will be magic. It's all magic because you never stop being a magician. And that's where we'll end today. It sounds like the The person next to me is also having trouble getting their car started. I hope they don't need jumper cables, because I don't even remember where the battery is on my car. But anyway, until tomorrow, continue to be good to yourself and be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.